Right, hello everyone, and welcome to our first Q&A video. And I said at the start of this series that I didn't want this to be a one-way thing where Master Gu and I just talk to you every week. It's all about the sort of community and all of us going on this journey together. So we've been honoured to see so many comments and thoughts from you guys, and it's been great reading them, and we thoroughly enjoyed it. So this is the first of a Q&A series. We're probably going to do these every couple of weeks or so, just where we answer a few of your questions. So if you have any more questions, leave them in the comments of this video, just about your journey with Taoism and what you think of the videos, stuff like that. Okay, so let's begin. Let's start with an easy one. So we got one on Reddit from Orthicon, and he says, what time do y'all go to bed?
What time go to bed?
Yeah, it's an American, what time do y'all go to bed?
Okay. Well, this is a good question. Since I've been known as a master in Taoist wellness, and actually sleeping is one important element for wellness. There's a saying in Taoist circle, 老道吃饭睡觉, literally means old Taoist, he eats and sleeps. Sounds very lazy, right? Very woo-wee, non-action. But this is indeed one important part for health maintenance. This saying talks about eating and sleep. So take care of the way of eating, take care of sleep. It means the amount of sleep, the appropriate of going to bed, the right time to get up. In the previous lecture, we talked about the daily natural cycle. So the different we human being, our internal organs in every different period of the day, that's correspondent to the different internal organs. So, like in the between 5 to 7, that's a good time to 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. That's a good time to get up. Going to bed, the best time. The worst situation is you go over the 11 p.m. So normally it should be between 9 p.m. till 11 p.m. So we better not surpass 11 p.m.
I found sometimes that I've been editing too much, and then I'll go to bed after 11, and then I'll be completely wrecked for the next day. And I'm normally more grumpy when that happens. Okay, so we got another just kind of statement and idea from the Yin Yang video, I believe. Oh, no, it was the latest one with the 4 tips from Master Gu. It's from Rupom 100. He says, I am a school teacher, and it pains me when I have to tell my students that China is our enemy. And he is from India. From the colonial manipulations and short-sightedness of our politicians, we are now enemies. But he talked about how our videos and Shifu's knowledge is people like you and not our bombs, planes, guns and missiles that can save the world. We are in fact friends. So have you got any thoughts on that comment?
Actually, this morning I read about this comment from this Indian friend. I was very struck. Yeah, I do have something to say about your comment. I quite agree with you. Historically speaking, the Indian nation and Chinese nation are great nations sharing long history and brilliant culture. We learn from each other, absorbed something great from each other. We are neighbors. We can live peacefully. Yeah, indeed, because of those political issue, politicians out of certain consideration, they advocate in their way, so causing much trouble for the bilateral relationship. Well, I always think I have found the people, we like peace. We want to pursue the harmonious relationship. The Indian friend, I hope we can work together to go forward hand in hand to do achievement for the world harmony, world peace.
Great. Okay, so the next question, again from Reddit, from Coffee and Lemon. What's the best way of learning from or utilizing the Tao Te Ching?
No matter you know about Taoist philosophy, Taoist religion, whether you know about it or not, Tao, according to Lao Tzu, we think Tao, the natural way, always exists there. So there are two type of people. So if you have not any knowledge related to the Tao, if you can lead a harmonious life, wear smile, okay, you have the very balanced mind, enjoy life very well, well, just go ahead. I should say, believe it or not, you are a Taoist. If you know about this great book, Tao Te Ching, and I think each day, we can read, we can do reading, more research into it. In this, we can more consciously to make use of it. We can find something great, the beneficial for us, for our life, either physically or spiritually. For me, the best part, the very most beneficial for me from the Tao Te Ching is chapter 8, 上善若水，水善利万物而不争. The supreme virtue is like water. Water benefits all things, but never compete. So we human beings, we should learn from water. Water is like a good example set by Lao Tzu to learn his virtue, whatever the circumstances are. We should remain very calm state mind to face any challenge, to enjoy any moment of our life. So keep even.
I've just started reading the Tao Te Ching, and a few things that I've found: just take it slowly. Don't just speed through it, because each chapter, despite being so small, holds so much wisdom. So just speeding through it's not really going to help. And seeing how you can apply each chapter to your life. So I actually got to chapter 8 yesterday, and it's such an important chapter. I just couldn't, I didn't want to rush through it. So it took me like 2 days, and I still haven't properly thought how I can apply the principles to my life, because there's so much to it. It's just, like 8 lines or something, but there's so much wisdom in there. So take it slow and see with each sentence how you can apply it to your own life. Okay, so final question for this session is from 3D Demens Z or Z, depending if you're from America or from Britain. So I would like to know what Master Gu thinks about enlightenment, or seeing the true nature of reality. He talks about Buddhism and the differences between Taoism and Buddhism. So what does Master Gu believe enlightenment means?
Well, of course, each of the human beings, we want to stay in light, stay in a bright space rather than dark space. Of course, I know enlightenment, that means the spiritual part. We human beings, if you want to achieve good quality of life, sometimes you need to be enlightened. So the philosophy or the philosophical sage, they play such a role to tell us, to guide us, to go to the bright bright domain, rather than always, stay in the what's the term?
Darkness.
Darkness, right? And my enlightenment from Taoist learning is unity of the human being and the nature, or following the nature's path, the nature's rhythm, the natural way, never rushed. So stay calm, be calm. No matter you frown at life or smile at life, life always remain there. That's what I previously talked about. So learn from the nature, be natural. That is my enlightenment.
Okay, great. Well, we really hope you enjoyed those, and keep the questions coming, because it's great to feel that this is a community and we're all helping each other out and going through each other's challenges, and how Taoist philosophy can help us all. So,
I should have one word to say, sorry. Well, I do have quite a lot to express, but sometimes because of my limitation, linguistic limit, I'm not a native English speaker. I'm trying to express well still. It's not sufficient. However, our work is still going on. We are still on the way to disseminate the Taoist culture. Hopefully, we are always together on the same way. So, thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much.